Connect again. So, that's weird. Okay, always when starting up, there's always a million things. And every time that my PC crashes, it breaks the installation of my cam link. So I don't have camera. So I have to remove the driver for my cam link. I have to unplug the USB. Then I have to plug it in again. And then it has to find it and reinstall it again. And then my Bluetooth headphones are weird. But the more concerning was, you guys are not hearing choppy music. That's just on me, right? It's like, and I think it's just my Bluetooth headset that's somehow not really working. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's smooth. It's not smooth on my end. Fuck. I'm just resetting it. This is how I reset the Bluetooth connection. I hope. It should go bloop bloop. Why doesn't it go bloop bloop? Weird. Try again. Put them back in the case, yes. And then... Now there's no sound at all, and it didn't even turn on. Fuck! I hate technology. It sucks. Let's go back to not having any. There we go. Now it registered that they were charging. US connected. Why? Oh, now I need. Ah, sorry. Down settings. Bluetooth. It has forgotten the Bluetooth connection. And you find it. It's there. Connect. Bluetooth connected. And I get music. That doesn't work. Bluetooth doesn't work. It's like I hear 1 second and I don't hear it the next second. And I hear a second and I don't hear it. It's atrocious. That is so fucking frustrating. Fuck. And the problem is, that's just yet another thing that doesn't work. Okay, now this works. Okay, so as I was saying, the concerning part about this is the fact that it crashed now. Now it's just loading. It crashed after we upgraded to 0.8, and it hasn't crashed at all before. So I'm like, yeah, it's circumstantial. Oh. Why fucking Streamlabs? There we go. Oh my god, things are not working. That one, yes, level 200. Okay, so we roll back a little bit. Haven't had crashes. I know, but I haven't had crashes on my new PC until I upgraded to 0.8, so. So I don't know. Anyway. Well, the good thing is... No, that's not a good thing, because this one is... And that's back to normal. Okay. I don't want to do this. Like, let's be honest. I don't think there's a lot of value in it. I'd like to figure out how to do pins. So how are we going to do this? I'd really like to have this keep going. Oh, I don't like these are stuck. These locations. Yeah. Autosave is pretty awful right now. I actually want this one to keep going because I want to get to a point where we can't really do these anymore because there might be pins in them, or maybe that pins are only here. I don't know. So we need to do some kind of setup ourselves where we are going to get stuff in that will then be pinnable. So let's do a sample thing. We are going to be taking one of these. Yes, this one worked. That's coloring. It's not what we want. Let's go that on the other side. I actually don't need that. Yeah. Oh, these are... Why are they empty? That's odd. Is it? I mean, yes, we're not sending anything in, but... How are they empty? Okay, let's take one of the other ones. This one is working and it's full. So this will be our sample case thing. Let's start by having a simulated location here that will imagine that this is the shape we want to make. So what are we going to make it? How are we going to make it? We're going to make it with a signal producer. That one. This will be... I really wish we could click here and open the viewer. This one doesn't have pins. This one has pins. Let's find a completed milestone that has pins. Because that's probably, just want a simple thing that has pins. Where do we start getting pins? That's the first one we have pins in, right? That's one. This is our shape we want to make. That's a simple one. I have no idea where what is here. This is where we were testing. Good. Bloop. There we go. That's our shape. Nice. And let's whatever. All right. Yeah, so pin start level 50-ish. So, okay. Well, that kind of gives us a little bit of time. Then I'm going to send this on transmitter. That will be on, no, uncolored. White and uncolored. Yellow. Yellow. Good. So that's where we're going to meet. And no, I need to break it down anyway. I'm just trying to figure out what it is that I would want to do, actually. Like, this is about as simple as it gets. We can even make it without colors even. Because this is already 3 layers, so I think actually I don't need this. I need it in my layer breakdown thingy. That one. And then don't use these colors. That's level 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do 5. 5, 6, 7, and Okay, well, that's awful. Now I can take this and put it in here. So I get the whole shape, and it says sphere and pins and sphere. How the hell do we make that? Like, my initial thought was, when we... I don't know how to build it, but that was my initial thought. Is that when we get a random quarter shape, then we look at it, and then we look at what's below it. And if what's below it is a pin, then we put a pin underneath it. But that doesn't work, I just realized, because then I merge this quarter with another quarter, but then it'll not be matching. So we have to build the levels one by one. But how do I make a pin? Pin using crystallizer, then stack it. Smash the crystals. Just pin pusher or construct pin layers by breaking crystals. Ah, but was it just pin pusher? Yeah, but the thing is, I just don't understand how I would do a pin pusher. Because this shape, sure, I can... If I was thinking about it, then I would say like, oh, that I'll build that shape. Then I'm going to be pushing a pin underneath it, and then I'm going to do that. Perfect. But it's not always that you need pins under everything. This is a good example, right? So here, which is actually a little bit complicated to build this one, then I can't just take any shape and then just say, oh yeah, just put pins underneath it. I kind of feel like I took my break already. One shape, add 4 pins and remove shape, leave a 4-pin shape. Then it's just a... Oh, we could... Okay, so... Could I make, like, out somewhere, a location that does crystallizer, pin it, break the crystals? How do I break the crystals? I cut it and put it back together. Then I only have pins. And that would just be a 5th shape then. So I'd basically need one more location inbound that is a stacker shape. Crystals break when dropped, yes, but they have to drop on top of something. They also break when cut. Pin set that there's a layer remover, isn't there? No, there's no layer remover. There's only a layer remover in the simulated ones. Oh, 3 levels. Let's just see if that works by itself. Yeah, swapper is the easiest way to break the crystals, because then I don't lose throughput, and it doesn't matter if the pins from here get mixed up with the pins from there. I think you can't get a shape like that with multiple pins, but there are problems when the first layer has holes and pins from second layer fall through the... Okay. Why do they fall through? Because I collect one layer at a time. But I really feel that I should make a pin factory. Let's make a pin factory here. Because, you know why? Why not? Let's try and... We don't need that. But let's just make a... Can you cut pins and stack them? We'll see. That's what we... I do want to see if we can treat pins. They're harder to create, but if we can treat them exactly like a normal shape, then it's just... Is it a pin? Yes. Okay. So what are we going to do? We're going to take a shape out. Yep. Then we're going to crystallize it. And then we're going to pin it. Yes. Okay, so we're going to crystallize this one. And that means we need a color. And then we're going to pin it. So that should give us crystals plus pins. And then I need to break the pins. And I'm going to need a specific shape for that we'll have to make. Yes. Why are you not pinned? Why are you not colored? Yes, obviously. All right. I'm going to do side by side. That's easier. Then I'm going to crystallize both. Ugh, this is expensive. And this is a full blue belt then. I mean, or whatever belt I want. It's definitely not the same. I love this way. Seems rather cheeky, but hey, that's a good idea. Okay, so now we get that in. Maybe. And they're opposite. So now we need to merge them back to what is it I want to do now? I don't think I have this. Swap diagonals. Well, that's freaking what I wanted to do. So why did I not take the diagonals instead? Because I thought the other one was easier. There. Someone made a really nice one in, let's see if I can remember it. Because I don't like this one. Let's just get distracted because of course, let's get distracted. All right, so the idea was that to try to keep it at one level. The idea was, can you keep it on one level? Which was, I had concluded, no, but it actually turned out, yeah, sure you can. So our objective is, can I keep it on one level? That's going to need a lot of jumpers inbound. Like, some things have to be... That was kind of a random location I put it in, but it might actually be the right location. Inbound and outbound. Because if I look at this, flip it, then I can just do that. And then the question is, can I do one more? Or can I do two more of these? Then the idea would have to be... does seem a little close, doesn't it? Seems like there's going to be a lot of spaghetti in here. So let's see. What do I need? I need... No. This is actually not correct. Oh, I only need to build 4. That's why. Oh, right. This is nice. Because this is... Yeah, that's why. Because I'm now building everything on 1 level. So that should be easy to get in. Now, that's nice. I'll get you in here. I'll get you in here. Then I'm going to do the same thing. No. And that needs to go to the other location. I think that we do that by doing this. I like this trick. Then they swap. It's a really neat way of getting them to swap locations. Okay. So this one should... If you're rebuilding swapper block, do half swappers and not diagonals. Much easier design and simple to... Yeah, but this was just like a thing. So now I'm like, hey, could I do that? Still gonna have diagonal swap off or something. I just need to go out. So the middle ones are actually going to be easier. I think I should move the whole damn thing 1 out. I know that I cut them in the middle. Oh, then I ruined this one, don't I? Yeah, now they don't overlap anymore. Yeah, I kind of have to have them here. Okay, well, it's not going to be a problem getting them out, I think. Click the thingy. Oh, that completed easily. Didn't even look at it, just done. Who goes where? Let's have a look. Okay, so this is number 1 to the right, which merges with number 1 to the right. It's left, yes, okay. Which means this one has to be furthest out. And the trash output from this one is here, which then has to be furthest out the other side. Like that. And then the second one. This is the second one. And then the other second one is here. And the third one is this. And then that makes this one the fourth one. Whoa! That makes this one the third one, so you have to go out here. You have to see, why did it break so badly? Like, everything was so neat and then I messed it up here at the end. Why did I do that? These two are good. Yeah. And then a jumper. Yeah. So you're going to jump up there. That's fine. But then this has to be taken out and that has to be taken out because then it has to go out like this. No. Damn it. No, it can't be done. Shit. I really wanted this one to be... I mean, maybe. Just... let's count backwards. I wanted it to be like this. Like this. It's still going to be a full belt. So then it jumps out and then it comes out at the place that I want it. There. So now these are taken care of really neatly, I think. Because then the other ones could just be more or less. That's not good. Fuck. Why am I making things so complicated? Could also just branch it out here and just say, like, you know, these two here, they just go that way. Because that's where you need to belong. Should make it easy to get out there. And this one will not be a problem, kind of. What the? There. I don't know why I'm failing so miserably on something as simple as this. It's because I want it symmetrical. Can you jump through the middle? No. Then I have to do a lot of shenanigans on turning some of these. I could, yes. Purple jumps one down. Like that. See, it doesn't work very well unless I do that one. Oh, come on. It's like the worst possible place, isn't it? Yeah. And they can't go back in there. Obviously, if I just ignore all of this and just go like, you know what, these two are actually right next to each other, and these two are also super nice. Yeah, that's fine. It looks a lot better. But you can also just feel I'm not super happy. It's certainly better than this mess, but have a look. Of course I have. For a game that I'm not playing because I think it will ruin my life. Oh, that doesn't sound nice. All right. Is it Twitch stream that makes the music sound completely out of tune sometimes? Yes. Yeah, it's weird. It's the Twitch encoding that sort of breaks music. Hello, Nis. Thank you for the 54 months.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
Is this a corner swapper? It's a diagonal swapper, not a corner swapper. A diagonal swapper, I think. Yes, it is. But it is not respecting the sides, which I don't really like. I can make it do that. And I think that might be important. It's going to be less beautiful, but more correct. That should be... Alright, this one doesn't need to jump. So now I'm killing one deliberately. And then we should see that it's only one of them that goes out. Oh my god, it's... How did it go so wrong? It's completely opposite. I just mirrored it. Oh no. How did that happen? Huh. Shape done. That means this one will jam now. Which means it's going to be that one. And that one. So it looks like these are correct, but this somehow got inverted. No idea how. Okay, I'll just trace through it. So let's go with the left hand is going up here. And the left is going to the same. Yes. And that goes out on the left. Okay, so far so good. Number 2 goes here into that one. Number 2 goes into that one. Yes. And number 2 goes into that one. And that was number 1 here is here. This one actually has to be number 1. There. Number 2 is here. Damn. That's not easy. Okay. Number 3 is here. Yes, and number 3 is here. And then number 3 goes... Yep. And it also goes on. Or we do it. And that just means the last one. So now it is consistent. So if the leftmost belt merge together and then come out, but they go out as the leftmost and rightmost belt, then it in a stacker in something it could go wrong. It's just not ideal. Sometimes we have to make that decision and just sacrifice that. But in this case, if we can and we have plenty of space, then let's. There we go. That is now. Diagonal swapper. And then I'm going to take it, copy it, and then turn it north to make a blueprint out of it. Diagonal swapper. 12. 2x 12 lanes, right? That's not what I want to do. How do I visualize this the best way? And then this one will then be opposite with blue. And then this one should be our outcome. Except it's obviously the wrong way. So I need to start with the red. C, R, C, B, C, B, C, R, C, B. There, right? Ta-da! There we have it. Good. Okay. Yes, and now I'm like, what was the point again? Oh, wait a minute. There was a point. And then this one is now going to be pinned. So it gets pins on top. And then I now need to break the pins. Oh shit, that doesn't work. Ha! I did this for no reason. Because when I cut this, it won't break the crystals because they need to be next to each other. I'm an idiot. They need to be a side by side. This one needed to be a side by side, right? But that's cool because then I get the luxury of designing a new building. That is... Hold on. Let's check if we have it. Swap west corners, swap diagonals, swap corners to side by side, swap bottom corners, and swap diagonal swapper 2x. That's the new one. Okay, that's why it's called. Okay, so this is a side by side swapper that I need to make. Cool. Woohoo! Well, we're here to do design work, and how would we do this? First, let's just do one. There we go. All right, let's think about it. Need to design it facing north, otherwise I'm getting lost. There. And then in this particular case, I'd actually want to sort of do that, but I want this to be a swapper here, right? Yeah. This then has to be after the pins. Yeah, okay, but whatever. We'll do the swapper first. So that's just it. Isn't that kind of the same as we did before, except just way simpler? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I get... Ooh, wouldn't it be nicer if I could then do that? That'd be so nice. That would really minimize the amount of jumping here. Sure. Where's our new design? Ah, don't even bother with that. Let's just build it. Another one complete. Ooh. Oh. 3 levels. They're just working. Okay, so you are going... Really nice. That's a very clean input, at least. Then we're gonna make as clean output as that. That's pretty clean. It's not really doing what I wanted it to do. Why? Oh, because these are diagonal crap things. Okay. Yeah. That should fix itself. Can you also rotate the middle swappers? Oh, right. This one could actually be done in a much smaller space because I don't need... I could probably make this in a 2x2, but then I don't know if I could. I don't know. This is fine. This is very, very clean to look at least. And then we're getting these diagonals first, which will swap weirdly. And then it'll change over to the non-diagonal shapes in a little bit. And then we'll see how that works. I could also just do there and then just make sure that whatever comes in is fresh. Good. Fresh and fresh. And then once we have this one, that is let's get Sigma here. That is side by side swap up. Yeah. And it's facing north, so we can save it. And that's a side by side. That's a side swapper, right? Side swapper, 2x12 lanes. Swapping. CR. That one. CB. CB. There you go. That's good. And then we go in and refresh it so we get it available. Nice. I still think the inputs are messed up. Are they? One goes out. One goes out. And then one goes out. Two. And number two. And then number two. And then jumped over here and number two. No, it's okay. Not anymore. Okay. All good. This is very clean. I wish we could make the other one as clean as that, but alas. Latency gets bad. I think it might also be my latency. You never know. There. There's a Patreon subscriber there. Let's see. Does it work? It works. Cool. So now I'm going to be actually applying it the way that I want to apply it. And that is, first these two will get pinned. Then I'm going to take my new glorious design. Side by side swapper. Like that. And then we get this one. Hey, Silver Cecil, thank you. Then I'm gonna get a... Let's just throw in a half cutter just to see what happens.
illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Nice. And they can then be stacked. That's my only belt in this. Anonymous, thank you for 43 months. Good. So, ta-da! We have now shapes, dots. So this is just a factory that I have to build. It needs some color and I need a render, a shape that I have enough of. Isn't that direct swapper? Yes. Let's make one that actually does stuff. I don't think I have a swapper that would work for this. Oh, actually, I might. Not the ones with 4. That one. Crazy if this works. Hey, it works. Just a nice little... That's a lot of saved space here. Nice. It's still a big factory, but this is a factory that just puts a train and then... Ta-da! We got it. We're making loose pins, so now it's just a shape that can handle like any other shape in the map. Exactly, Mark. Exactly. That is the intention. Because then we don't have to do new logic. We can just extend the logic by saying, oh, is it a pin? Yeah, just insert a pin. So we do a lot of sort of pre-work in order to save work in the MAM. By simply importing pins. It's nice. Isn't this almost a solution to crystals? Hear me out here. What if, when we see a shape that has crystals in it, there will simple crystals. It's a okay. So I think that there are some things that people are saying it is not. This is how it always is. So, for example, there will not be 2 different shapes. 2 different color crystals on the same layer. If that happens, can't handle it. Second thing is we will not have crystals above holes, because that's also really complicated. That requires you to build a crystal and then cut the crystal underneath, which is one of the later tasks, the last tasks here. That one, where you have to cut the things underneath to make it sort of stay there. Make quarter crystals. Is that a thing? Can I do that? I mean, they can't, no. The problem is if I do that, exactly, we can't stack them. That means all my stackers have to be swappers instead. Which I don't know. I think it can be done, right? Yeah, so how do we combine them? I'm thinking, I'm using stackers to combine on the same level. Oh yeah, but as soon as we have one level and we need the next, then we can't. Now we have to crystallize it in spot. But okay, so let me hear me out on that idea. What if when we see that there's 3 circles and a crystal on this particular layer, then we put a pin in. And then after we do all the coloring and shaping and putting it all together, now there's a pin here. Then before we start stacking it with something else, then we crystallize it with the right color. Bloop. Crystallized. Awesome. That means that the pin gets overridden by the crystals. And then instead of stacking, then we have to remember that we don't stack 1, 2, 3, 4, and then stack up. We have to stack 1, stack number 2 on top, stack number 3 on top, stack number 4 on top. because then when we stack number 2 on top, then we crystallize the pin, if there are any pins. Then we stack number 3 on top. Then we crystallize to get ready to replace the pin with crystals. And then we stack the next one on top. And then I think that's how it works. So if anyone understood that, is there any problem with that way of doing it? Yeah, so basically I built the shape with the shapes and the colors, and if there's a crystal, I put a pin in it instead. Not an empty one, but just a pin. And then at the end, when that shape is done, I send it through the crystallizer, and then I stack the next on top, which might also have a crystal that has been replaced with a pin, and then pour it in. What if you have pins and crystals on the same levels? I won't, I think. Don't you need pin, but you can have gaps. That's the thing. I don't know if I can have gaps, yes. Is there any reason why we want to? I think that's going to be some nasty logic. What if different colors of crystals exist on the same level? I started by descoping that, so that's not a problem. It would require a long chain with multiple color stations to crystallize different colors in each layer. Yeah, but that's not happening. It's out of scope. I don't know if gaps ever show up on the random shapes. Well, yes, they do, but the question is, do they show up on the levels that have crystals on them? Like, can you get to a point where you can have 2 shapes, a crystal, and an empty one? I sure as hell don't hope so, because that's really complicated. There are shapes with 2 colors on one floor. 2 crystals on one floor. Then that's pretty high up in level. You could you then loop through the same crystallizer, pins, bricks for each level, then just need to add 1 module for that instead of 1 for each layer? No, I can't. Because the crystallizer fills up everything. All levels below. I like this. I think that there are some cases that could happen, but I don't know. See, this is the thing, right? There are definitely shapes that can happen, but we don't know if they can happen here in this random operator shape. If that's the case, if they can't happen in here, then whatever, right? Can you make a quarter then stitch them together? That we can do for the ground level, but once we do the second level, then that means I have an existing level, and then I now need to put a crystal on top, and it breaks. So then it only works for level 1. So that doesn't work. Man means all combos. Nope, man means all the combos that are here. Who knows what the A stands for? Sure, the really difficult crystal breaking gaps don't show up in the random. Exactly, the James. I think that's also what I'm thinking. Like, there might be some constraint here that says, okay, there will not be gaps. There will not be gaps plus crystals on the same level. There will not be multiple crystals of different colors, or there might be not crystals plus pins on the same level. You know, if those we can outscope for now, and then if we get them by level 50, then I'm onwards to some other game, and then I just never mention it, and no one will ever know that that's a condition that wasn't handled, right? But I think we want to start by doing the pins. How do you make the 6th shape on the screen? I don't know what mean the 6th shape. That one? This one I would just make pins. You put pins here, and then that's why. If I don't put pins, then I couldn't do a full upper level. That's why. That's why I want to replace them with pins. Here, like the bottom level I couldn't make. The bottom level I couldn't make with this, but the top level I could make. The solution to different color crystal is to make 1/4 of our shape and rest random shape, and then end up swapping 4/4 to the full shape on level 1. How are you going to do that on level 2? That means that if you have to do that, then you have to sort of break the entire shape down between the two colors and then make those two half shapes completely separate, and only at the end merge them together with a swapper. Because otherwise you're going to have to add things on top and then they break. Need a swapping map instead of a stacking map. Yes, but even then, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you need a swapping map, but then the question becomes: there are shapes that you can't make with swapping, assuming that you can make a swapper. There are shapes you can make with a swapper that you can make with a stacker. For example, holes beneath something, which is super common, can't be made if you build each quarter in all 4 levels and then merge them together, because there could be like something on level 1, empty, and something on level 4. How are you going to build that and keep it from collapsing? You'd have to put in pins, then it's not the same shape. So make a corner top to bottom, then swap them all. Exactly, that doesn't work. Because you can't make one that says something, empty, something. So the only thing that you would have to do is identify the shape, identify which parts would have to be identified, which is way more code than you can jam into that one. So I think that there will either they don't exist, or they are just so far out that it's probably not there, right? Dummy shapes on the bad quarters and then swap out the dummy shapes and delete it. That's how do you swap out something on level 3 when there's something on level 1, 2, and 4? I don't know. Is the tier 8? Tier 8? Tier 8? No, it's tier 8. I think you could, if you fill the other 3 quarters with any other shapes to stack, yes. And then you have the problem of extracting the partial quarters then, which I don't think you can do. So, how are we going to adapt our MAM to this? We're gonna get one more space inbound. Huh, it's almost like someone actually thought about it. No, I didn't, but I could pretend that I did. 107. The 8th operator shape. That one? That looks like a jellyfish. Let's say you build a tower for the northeast. You could use the southeast corners to build support. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But then every level would be having supports, and then you'd cut those out. That's true. It's true. Yeah. Anyway, let's build the station that actually provides it, which means I'm gonna be adapting this one. Ooh. Oh, right. This one belongs to these 3. And this one belongs to these three. Yeah. Okay. Well, all of this has to go then. Damn. Let's build the factory. I need any shape, any hole shape, right? Any hole shape. Yes, let's do that one. Let's build it here. And then that's relatively close to this location. And then I need 2 colors. Oh, I need somewhere where there's actually 2 colors nearby. What is this? Oh, that's a whole lot of nothing. Yoink. Yoink. Yes. Do we need 2 colors? Nah, it's just easier with 2 colors. Okay, so let's try and figure out how to do this. This will be... Now we have to build it from scratch. This will need to be a full build, 4 lanes out. And then I'm gonna build my factory. Kind of sucks, this one. Can I make it a little bit nicer? Doesn't really seem nicer that way. No. I can make it... Oh. That's a thing. Unfortunately, it's also completely impossible to get colors in here. No. This will consume 1 full belt of color. Good. Then I need 4 belts of color for this to work. Don't forget my break. Yes, you're right. I like this. Then I just need 4 of these. And then room enough for... Like, I can basically just make it like this. And then get the color in between them, right? Needs a lot of color. And I don't know... 1, 2, 3, 4? Sure. Or actually, it doesn't, since it... Oh, no, since I have the red ones here, I think I'm just gonna take the red ones. On pipes? On trains? Neither seem really good ideas. Pipes are just like... When it works, it's kind of consistent. Trains have just a tendency of then just being weird. Oh, 1.8 million. Ugh. And no wonder it takes a little bit of time now. Alright, let's take a break and let's go up to our map and just enjoy that view. There we go. Looks nice. Be back in 2 minutes and we'll continue with adding pins. There we go. Alright, welcome back. So, Lord Asurius, so you want to ask about how I make sure the trains go the right place, colors. Like for example this one, 4 different colors. But then I guess the example you're here, 4 different lanes, so I can have multiple. But let's say something like the bus build for my YouTube series, I have to do stuff like this. Where I say every mine here is not going on the bus, it's going just unload. And then the trains come by, then there are all these trains are only on the bus. They're on the bus trains. And then these are feeders. And then everything only gets fed in here. And yeah, sure, sometimes they'll get 2 random here, but not the top ones, and that'll just be random. And then if I have enough, then it'll be saturated sometimes. See, oh, that one didn't get anything, but maybe it'll get something at the next one. See, that one is already filled in the back too, so random. But all that randomness, if it's oversaturated, which is really hard to get in this case, then it allows us to make sure that, yes, these are keeping full all the time, as long as I'm overfilling it. So yeah, that was much needed supplies. And then it goes on to the next one, which unfortunately will be harder to keep up and harder to keep up. That's why I'm inserting new things between the branches, because I am having a really tough time keeping this red in stock, for example. And that's the disadvantage, because you can't control that trains go back to the station that they were spawned from. So you kind of have to respawn them back here and then just have a lot of trains. Okay, where is our dots? They're up here. I'm actually going to do it to avoid that situation we just looked at. I'm just going to take these in 12 lanes of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No more, no less. Oh, look at that. Nice. Another one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love that you can just zoom out and then it just works. I know it seems silly to do that and then get in here. Train. I can't do that. That's just too absurd. Yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ten. 11. 12. 48. Oh, I have to remember that I can actually draw them in. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 11, 12, 48. As long as there's 48, then it's good. Disconnected red mines. Oh yeah, here. Thank you. Those are ones. It's always 7. Okay, so that should be dots coming in. Woo! Nice. Weird. Feels weird to have a... That's a dot factory. P dash, isn't that what it's called? P dash, P dash. Yes, it actually previews it. There you go. Weird connections. But they're right now. They're corrected, right? That's the one. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was easy-ish to do. Then I need to bring it up to... down to that one. So I do I tear this one down completely, or... I feel that I could rebuild it somehow. Because now I want all these chains to be one longer than they were previously. Well, that's the first thing. As long as I do that, then I am already ruining everything, so... how would I do stations like this? Like this, right? So when it's here, I need this one replaced. It's actually not a pretty build anymore. Like when it comes in 2 on each side, it's nice. When it comes out with an extra one, then it's... Ugh. And then that would be here, and it would be here, and it would be here. Which is all fine and good, except now it's no longer possible for me to use... Like, this one is fine. This one's fine. But this is no longer fine. Because it's intersected. So I think that... I need to just rebuild the damn thing, right? Just rebuild it, alright? That's it. Still messed up at 3. Really? Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I don't see it. That's 4. No, this is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one looks good to me. This one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because then that's the rows that we put them in. One, two, three. Bottom right corner. That's not a mistake. That's just a visual thing. It didn't do anything, but all right. You're happy. You won't bother me anymore with that. All right, so let's see. Yes. Okay, so why am I doing it this weird way when I could do it in another less weird way? Well, oh, I actually did remove this. So the reason why I do it this way instead of any other way is because I need to be able to have a capacity of 4 train wagons in. Because I have 4 train wagons in the MAM. So I need to also be able to feed it in here at that pace. So sequentially is probably how I want to do it. So let's make that sequentially. I'm gonna have a station, and then I'm gonna have shape loaders, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. There. So this is the baseline. Then the question is, can I, if I do this, you know, I'll just see how that tiles. That's an okay tiling. Because there's like one space here. Because now I can then superimpose it on top of each other. But I still think then this, no? The closest we could do it would be that way. No, that's gonna overlap there, so no. Basically now I can then superimpose it onto the same one. So this looks like it's a 1-5 train, but it's not, because that one, this front one is here, this one is here, this one is here, this one is here, this one is not a thing. See, this one would not be possible if we had to build it square by square. Okay, so that is a good setup. Then I just need to put it in here. Get these back here, this one up. Oh, crap. No, it's still okay. Because it starts down here. Ooh, see, this is a problem, maybe? I don't know if that can... No, that should be fine. The next one. You're gonna go Yeah, I could just do that now. Has to go in here. Can't get in there. Oh, there's 3 levels. Ah, that's why. Back on the train now, yes. All right. It'll still block the train then. What a mess. That was odd. Yeah, this one. And I just fear that I did something incorrect. Like, I had stacked them up incorrectly. Okay, so do we think that's a thing? And then I need to bring it from here. Oh, that's accurate. And that will just be 4 wagons. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Full of dots. Lock the train. Automatic 3 stacker maker by tonight. What is a automatic 3 stacker maker? I don't know what to mean. Did I block a train? No. Okay. This one. Okay, are we unloading? No. Oh, it's here it is. This is not the best way, in case you're wondering. Oh my god. Just because this annoys me. So, what if... So, if we have a train that comes in with 4 different stops, and they need to unload at 4 different locations, that means the stations should be like this. So now I need to piece these together so that they fit on this line. In here. In here. In here. And in here. So now the train comes in and it unloads the first wagon, the second wagon, the third wagon, and the fourth wagon. And they all need to be... Okay, never mind. They need to be unloading stations. $700,000 on that one. Actually, I don't even need this space here. What the fuck was I doing? But 4x slower. And it's not slower if I have enough trains, because they can load on different locations. So, yes, the first train comes in, but as soon as it goes over to the next train can be unloading here. And there can actually be a train unloading at each location at the same time, so. Yeah, and that's our... Ooh, 0.01, we are the 0.1%. 0.01%. I think that it's not really true anymore, but... So, now all these stupid lanes have to be fixed. Oh, this... Oh, no. Oh, crap. Please don't do that. And it does that itself. Yay. Next. And I don't care that we lose a lot of resources. Holy smokes, that's a long train. Mm-hmm. Oops. Yeah, so... Oh. That's important. This train is coming into the middle. And you... coming in here. There. You can see, they can load, unload sequentially. Like, obviously, it's going to take a while for them to actually do it, but this looks good, right? This is exactly what we want to see. Bloop, and then the train's empty. Resource infinite, yes. Bottom right station, middle. Oh, there. No. What? I don't get it. Missing belt, bottom right station, middle belt. Oh, that one, yes. Thank you, good spot. And this looks great when you see it like this. Why is that a white wagon coming in here? Might actually be a little... Maybe I've... since I've killed the buffer completely everywhere, then... Oof. Broke vertical rail next to red extractor. I think that was the one you meant, but that was not a rail. One next to red extractor. Cut the liquid space pipe you're crossing. Yes, that was the one. We found it, right? Right, cool. That's a good design. I like. I don't like the fact that it's not loading anything, but that means it'll get better, right? See, they come in with 4. That's nice. See, now that can't unload here. Ta-da! Train is now fully saturated here. Nice. It's not fully saturated down here, but it'll get there. And I don't know if they're actually overusing it over here by the MIM. No. We also have another transfer station of annoyingness. Yeah, I have way too many transfer stations. I did a better example of this in my YouTube. I prepared that, so it would be nicer. But here's one we're missing. Oh, as soon as I add another station here, all trains die. Then might as well add them up here as well. So that otherwise they die as well. Look at how beautiful it is that I can just put it in here. Where's the undergoing train show under the tracks instead of over the tracks with the indicator? Oh, well, the indicator's also not spinning here, so. And they should eventually start unloading here. So, what do I need to do? I think I just copy it and then I figure out how to identify a pin. So we need to go down here for our test case, like here, test bed, that one. How do we identify if there is a pin coming in with First of all, we need to establish these things, and autosave. Ah, that's the mem. Yeah, tester. Signal producer. There, so that identifies that it's a dot. So we're going to be sending in the dots. Do we have those? Right here. Sweet. P dash P dash P dash P P dash. There. So it's that seems to work, right? So now for anyone who's way ahead of us, oh, we're up to level 27. Nice. Posted a second. Posted a blueprint there. I really think that that's. I think that you're, James. I think you're right. I think that this is just it. Because the thing is, all of this is already just a copy paste of something else. That means we can just do this. And then boom, we got pins working. Maybe. Let's do some let's do this one. So we're going to be going up here, and then let's see, how close are we to completing it? Okay, we need to keep you going. Okay, so actually it will keep going anyway because it's missing. No, that's not enough. It'll go only get to 5,000. Okay. Ah, there you go. With this one coming in. The 20.1. What 20.1? The 20.1. Oh, a task? Do I have any tasks? Oh, this one. Huh, that's actually funny. Let's do that. Let's see if we can complete this. I don't know if that's the one you meant. Oh, the blueprint shape for 21. Oh, that's a good point. That's all. It's an even better point, actually. Let's do that one. But I also want this. And we just completed it. Good. So now we have to go up here. And then I have to do a signal provider. I actually wanted to be able to include it here. Still, it just copies the blueprint instead. The blueprint shape. Copy. If I have opened the blueprint afterwards, then it copies that instead. So now it sends this in. It goes. So at level 2, we should see pins. Button with wire gauge. I don't know how that would work. Oh, we don't have any. We want to get some. There we go. Unfortunately, it's going to take a while before they all get that. Oh, man, I'm struggling with all of this. I'm going to need to let it sort of... I don't like seeing it half full things, but I also just destroyed my throughput here. Yeah, this is actually a problem, that the transfer rate is just one belt. This is going to be a problem at some point. I really wish train to train, station to station was faster. I saw a train with the same shape in 2 wagons. Ooh. Yeah, that one. That's not good. There you go. It's gone. Well, now it's all that also gone, but... Maybe I missed something? Oh, yes I did. I've swapped 2 things. This is the correct shape. Let's go back and see if that's actually being generated like this. This is... Oh, this is a mistake. That doesn't seem right. Why was that? Oh, no. Fuck. Ah. The top one is, of course, supposed to be here. What about down here? That's definitely incorrect. Why is this one so weird? Squares, squares, squares. So squares coming in here. So it's only squares coming in, and that's good. Yeah. So it somehow filled up the wrong thing. Don't understand how, but it did. This train is okay. So I don't want to kill that. Where's the other train? Is that stuck out here? Like, that's the weird stuff, right? There's one train here, but these 2 are both active. Where's the other train? So now I kind of have to reload this because it got stuck somewhere. That was the wrong one. It always is. Damn. That was incorrect. Why? No, 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 no. What did I do again? This is not... Oh, god damn it. I'm just not getting things right. I have ruined everything now. So towards the front of the train, I should have circle, square, star, wedge, pillars, right? So towards the front of the train, I should have
Our illustrious champion
circle,
returns. Welcome home.
square, star, wedge. Pillars are fine. Everything else is crap. Damn. No Afro, thank you for the 36 months. I have to reload all these trains. I don't know what's going on. They are just incorrect. So, even though it kills our throughput, then we just have to do it. There, and I kill you, and I kill you. Good. Then I just take everything out. And then we build it from scratch. Towards the front one. That's this one. That has to be circles. But that's not circles. I'll just kill those. So that means this one now has to be changed to come from this red one here. That was messed up. I think I actually also need to take the white ones out because they are... That's not even the white ones. There. Just to make sure that they don't still go in on the wrong build here. Pipes, things. It's still something weird. Yep, off you go. Go away with you. Okay, we got one established. So the second one is the squares. That's the one that comes in here. Squares is equal to green. So this is the one. Comes in here to the front of the train. Yep. Then it should be stars. Stars will be here. Stars are blue. That's that one. Whee! Where did we get it again? I have no idea. That one. This is the stars in the third position. And then wedges in this one. Okay. So where are the wedges? They're here. Why are you not coming in? You should be coming in. Alright, so the wedges are coming in now. It's remarkably empty. That one has something, that one has something. Good. That one doesn't have something. Okay. Alright. And then the last one is the only one that actually works. Was the pins. I really don't like the fact that these two are opposite, but let's have a look. Circle, square, star, wedge, pin. Circle, square, star. Wedge, pin. Circle, square, star, wedge, pin. Circle, square, star, wedge, pin. Maybe. It's a banana. Is this actually being... I don't think our thing works. Oh, we don't actually get a notification whether it works or not. Also, we're not really feeding anything in here, so... The hop is not working because we had to kill all the trains. Or the MAM is not working. That sucks. Coming in. Coming in. It's too slow. But at least it's 4 different stations. One, two, three, 4. There's 4 up here. 4 there. This is horrible. Let's just get some... I want to see like 1 box of everything. Just being there and be happy. What about down here? Okay, they're coming in. Good. Then they have 4 each. You can double the transfer station in series 2. Yeah. This is a good transfer station, but this is not a good transfer station because this was just, oops, I have all this sort of crap coming in from random locations. Let's see, is this doesn't have anything. Good. Well, it's not good, but that means we can only do colors. We can't do anything else. So, but I want to have at least 1 of everything. 1, 2. There. Okay, so it works. Maybe. Oh. Off you go. I think 2 trains should be enough for this, but I could also make... No, a little bit too congested. Go in. Yay! No Afro, thank you for the gift up.
Fellowship expands. Praise
That was a big step in the wrong direction. Someone else can count trains with me. Yes. Can we count to 5? No. Alright, the colors are good though. That's nice. That's the white train. Just doing only one thing. Yep. I made one station like this where they were loading from different sides. That was really nice actually. Just basically the 3 basic colors came in, and then the 4 combined colors came in from the other side, and then the 5 materials here come in from the last part. So there were 3 different trains coming in, so they don't all have to unload sequentially, but they can load in parallel or unload in parallel. Now with these big trains, I don't think that's a big issue. I think this is the transfer rate is the big issue. So, because we're not even having a single blob going out here yet. The problem here is that this is probably requesting something that just isn't there. So how would I stop the MEM from working? Oh, right. If they're not requested, they don't trash whatever we have. They just get stuck. So that's nice as well, I suppose. So that's a less draw, for example, here. Ah, come on. Sucked. And I think I don't want to have it produce anything. Because I want this to save up. And then we can start designing on... Then we can start designing on something else, like the crystals, because we need this to sort of saturate a little bit. I'll be like probably an hour or so of just saturation, just to stabilize it. But the thing is, it doesn't consume that much. Like in worst case scenario, it consumes. Yeah, it can consume 4 belts if. Or 1 wagon full, 12 belts. If all the shapes in the same are in one layer are the same, then it'll consume that. But most of the time they're not. If you look at, and then when it's not the 4th level, then at least that's not even going to be used. Double input from both sides of the train station. Yeah, this is the issue here. This is the one. This is shit. And I don't know how I couldn't do this better. Not without taking it out and be rebuilding it from scratch. Given it's a bad transfer station, you can double or triple it in the series. Yes. Yeah. Because this one is 4 lanes, woohoo! But then it goes in here and becomes 1 lane. So, oh, never mind. So, it's one of those things that we absolutely should, but it probably would be better to do it now that it's sluggish at best. But hey, it just got something. So that means one of the layers, the blue layer, is now going to get something. But if we're just also thinking how many we need 3 unloads in each of those locations before it's working. Like, that's actually working. Nice. And it's now fully saturated. Let's look at that up here. There, wedge, and pins. So this is good. And is this level 1? Yes, this is level 1. So I could do something on level 1. Level 2 is actually also good. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of... level 3 is not good. So level 3 is completely dead. And that's just random. It's only when this one is fully saturated and the train is saturated that it won't be picking up anymore. So it's going to be a while until it gets all of this moved in here. Damn. I probably could actually do it, because if I look at it, then I could have 4 stations of 4 different colors going into 4 different of these for one of these different colors. I could actually do that. No, I couldn't do that because I'd also have to do that for these trains then. Yeah, that doesn't work. Nothing works. Oh, sequential. Of course, that's actually something. Would that help? That would help. Nice. Sure. Of course, sequential. Right? Sometimes things are so simple that I just don't think about them. This will help. It'll not quite double the capacity, but it'll be almost. Because now these shapes can start unloading here. Ooh, we can actually have more. We could have 4. That's such a silly, stupid, easy idea. Why did I not just think of it? It's probably a good idea to just have one space between here. That helps. Anyway, we're going to take a break. Probably can't support all of these, but it'll mean that if it saturates, it'll saturate with a gigantic nice buffer. Cool. All right. Look at this one. Taking a short break. Be back in 2 minutes. You're welcome to subscribe if you want. That's I know no effort was trying, but you know, it's okay. I'll be back in 2. We're back. Okay. No. Yes. Yes. Good. This one's good. Which is luckily this is number 1. So that's actually the one that's most important that I get. And let's see, these are not able to. Yeah, they get lower throughput further down, but hey, something happens, and that's a and look at that. That's a white train. White train means that it goes up to top 1, right? Yes, which means this one gets oversaturated. Somehow there's just the rhythm that one gets it. Okay, I'm gonna look at crystallizers. Actually, we can also do that up here. So let's say now first let's design what a crystallizer would look like. Like that. What point do we want to crystallize? Ah, crap. I was thinking, hey, I can just crystallize and then I can cut it afterwards. Nope. You have to crystallize at the end. So, which means expensive in terms of... but realistically, if we look at this, they're not going to be like all of them full of paint and different colored paint. So it'll probably be fine. It'll be fine, I think. So what do I think I want to do with this? Is this our crystallizer? The problem with this is, yes, okay, let's talk a bit about where I'd want to put it in this one. So the pins are okay. We also sort of have to do some logic so that if there is a, oh, I don't know how, that's probably going to be difficult. What we'd really like to do is take the shape, scrape it down into one layer, take that layer, split it into 4 parts, figure out if any of these are crystals. That one's crystal, and that one. Let's say one of them is crystal. Then replace the signal of that one with a pin, so that it just goes like, hey, you need a pin in here. And then later on we'll tell it it's actually not a pin, it's something else. So I need to sort of take the symbol apart, replace one of them, and put it back together. Does crystallization only crystallize one layer? No, it crystallizes all layers. But I don't think that there will be crystals above non-empty layers. I don't think there will be crystals in non-empty layers either. So it crystallizes all the way down. It's like turtles, all the way down. Okay, so where would be the location where we are adding crystals? So that means it would be before the stacker. No. We'd stack. We'll get all of it over here, so that by the end we have a shape that has, let's say, 3 shapes and 1 pin, and now we need to pour something on it. I also have to see that level 1 is the top level, right? Yes. So we got a little activation. Why insert a pin there? Or do you use it as a placeholder for the empty quadrant? I use it as a placeholder for the empty quadrant. Yeah, quarter. Otherwise, I leave it empty. But if I leave it empty, then if I get a shape that says the top level, like this, like the top level is full, then I can't do that. How do you get them stacked? I stack them. The intention is that this is why I was thinking. So I can't build this level first. I have to build the last level. Then after the last level is built here, at this point it's not crystallized. Then I crystallize it. Then I stack the other level on top. Then I crystallize the level 4 and 3. Then I put level 2 on top. Then I crystallize level 2, 3, 4. Then I put level 1 on top. Then I crystallize level 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how it has to go. So it'll be sort of like a tiered approach. So crystals destroyed when they fall down, but they don't destroy it if they are on the bottom. So I build it without crystals, then I crystallize it, then I put another level on top without crystals, then I crystallize it again, then I get another level, crystallize, another level, crystallize, and then we got the final shape. So that means we have to sort of, after this point, enter the crystallizing mode. And the crystallizing mode could be all of these, but it could also be for all combinations. No, not really. It would actually only require input here, and then it actually could go through all of them. Yeah, so I want to have like an array like this. An array like this. Let's say it like here. And then after it completes the level, it checks if it should go into the crystallizer. It does. And then it crystallizes whatever it needs. Oh. Here's another thing. We can either do a lot of these, or, and this is what we're going to do, we have a new thing. Ta-da! This one. So we should actually be able to tell it what color to crystallize. So we only need a single crystallizer, but then we need something to choose one of 7 colors. We have pipe gaze now, yes. What if a layer has two colors of crystal? It won't. It's out of scope. So what I need to do is I need to do a design that is able to select one of all of these colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be very, very difficult. And the reason why it's going to be very difficult is, how big is that square going to be? Because I would need in order to crystallize a full belt, like a full 12 belts, I also need all of the inputs that we can get. I don't know. But this, for example, is not enough. That's the problem. Because crystallizing 12 lanes requires 24 launches inbound. So like one station can unload fast enough, but the launchers just can't. So it means every single one of these stations have to go into two locations. Unless we do something cheeky. And that cheeky thing is, because they're probably not all going to be of the same color, shape, something. So if I can only get it in at half speed of what I need, then if I can store some here, it's not all going to be active at the full speed of it, right? Because, I mean, sure, there is a possibility that I just only get white, and they're all gonna be white, and every single level has to be white, and then it sucks. But most of the time, I'll get something, and then maybe I'll get something else. And even if I get the same color and it runs out, then it's just gonna run at half speed. And running at half speed, it's still okay, right? But you're right, the second station from the top. But remember, that means for a 4-layer MAM, I need 8 trains of colors inbound. That's a lot. And do you think that they're going to be full and active all the time? I don't. I think they're not going to be full and active and all that. Okay, so this is actually ready. I think we should try and send in the command. So, let's see. The first level of this here, it's going to be on level 2 that we'll get all the activities. So that means this one. Please let it be dots. Yay, dots. Yeah, okay, so that's dots all the way through. Turtles all the way through. Here we paint something white, paint something else white, paint something else white, and paint something else white. Good. So we get 4 things that are colored white. And we start getting random shapes out here. This one was the dots. They don't have a color, so they just should be bypassing everything. Yep. And the next one is turquoise. Yep. Yes. 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 And yes. And the last one is white. Let's have a look over here to see the shapes. Okay, so it's starting to send it the correct way now. They're still flickering a little bit too much here. This is the wrong way. There we go. I want the lower part should be active. Not the, no, yes, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes, no, yes. That looks good. This, stuttering too much. But eventually, all of this will be junk. I wish we could find a better way to do this. Hello, Geeky Mercat. Have you noticed slowdowns on production with your 1x1 painter? YouTube video for some reason, so using it get random drops. Yes, the first version, yes, but I fixed it in one of the later episodes because it was missing some throughput because the launchers are not fast enough. So it will stabilize, but if there was just a way that was more durable than this. So this one is sending a signal when there is something. So what if I added this to multiple? Wouldn't that make it just, if there's just something on one of them, then please go ahead. It would make it much more likely that it'll be active. Read the incoming signal. Problem is I can't read it. Okay, but what would that look like? What would the read the input? But then I'm filtering based on what should be coming in. And it should be relatively easy to do here. And here. But this gets a little more complicated because then I have to cut it in half. It should still be fine. I can try to do that. But I can't inherit this symbol, this signal here, because I can't go over here. There's no empty slots, so it has to import the signal itself. Okay, let's try that. So what is it trying to do? It is it will now need a it needs to go into 2 locations. And those will be half cutters. No, it'll be rotate, rotate. Ugh. What's the easiest way to... I have to do this slowly. So that gets the right one. So basically it's rotate, cut, rotate, cut. Then I get that one. And then rotate, rotate to get it back into position. Rotate, cut, rotate, cut. Oh, I'm so not having enough space for this. I do care about the color, because otherwise I can't compare. Or... yeah, okay, so the other alternative is to do... this one. And if I... ah, top right, of course. Yeah. It's not a lot simpler. Oh, it's the wrong ones. There. And then I have to measure what is on the belt. But it's not going to be, it's going to be exactly the same. Because then I measure if there's something on the belt. Oh, no. Am I going to watch what's on the belt, or am I just going to set it? Basically, basically what I should do is I should just detect that location. Doesn't matter where it is, but if it's there, then yes, send a signal that is A-OK, go ahead. How do I send a yes signal? I can do an... How do I say... I want an operator that says anything that isn't 0, just give me a yes. Of 2 analyzers. Yeah, but I don't want... Do I want 2 analyzers? Do I still want the XOR? Oh, yes, I do. I do. Yes, I do. So the question is which one that is. This is... See, they're all in the... Okay. So that's the... So in this case, this particular case, I would say these are both active, and therefore this one is inactive. What does that mean? Is it an AND instead? I don't know logic. Not equal? No, they will never be equal. I don't think this is a good place to do it. I think I need to just build a little square out here. Then once I've figured it out, I can put it back in. Because I don't want this one. I just want to send a signal in that I can control. So this one will be CU, oops, CU, dash dash CU. Or maybe even like this. No, I need to make sure that it is there. Good. This would be the other split. Because then it's empty and that one. And that would correspond to what we do here. This is the left, yeah, okay. Please, the face north. The top one here is the 2 bottom ones. And the other one is the 2 top ones. Yes. And this is the 2 top ones. Ironically that they're flipped. like that. Then it looks a little bit easier. Here, the 2 top ones and the 2 bottom ones. It's still gonna be, if I look at this, then I still have a not signal here. So let's say I built that, all of that wire junk up here. Then I have 1 signal that I need to bring in to this location to bring it out. And this one has to be active, and then I flip it to be inactive over there. That means this one has to be flipped, I think. I can't jump through this. Well, maybe I can just... Actually, I can do this, and then I can do... Okay. And I do feel that I have to do this whole shape here. Like, technically not with all of that. Oh no, there's some random crap in my buffer. Yes. All right, Vanek. Much better. Thank you. And then that's so that comes out as 1. And then isn't it nicer if this was there? Because now there's room for us to actually build that over there. Then it's no longer the same. And then all of this is out. Do we think that's better? No. Don't be stabilized. Okay, I don't get that, Stefan. How is not XOR not the same as AND? Okay, so ooh, in the 0x0 case. Shit, you're right. That's a really good point. But luckily it doesn't take... Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a good spot. That's... Mm-hmm. And then a knot. Because if they're both empty, then an AND would say go merge. It wouldn't matter because they were both empty belts that would go merge. Yeah, that means that nothing will then be redirected. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nothing will go everywhere. It doesn't matter where nothing goes. It's still nothing. Yeah, so the other one is actually better because it's fewer operations. Okay, we're going to be reestablishing, and then let's try deleting this one again. So let's try and see what I need to take out here. And then I do... What? Is this game good? No, it sucks. They just pay me a fortune to play it. That's why I'm full of frustration. I don't play games I don't like. I've been streaming this for 12 nights in a row. I think it's a pretty good game in my opinion. It's alright. So now the next one. What would that look like? Missing 2 belts on the ramps. Shit, what does that mean? Oh yeah, these 2, yes. Oof, that's important. So this is not going to be as easy because now it's half. That means we can't use that monitor, but we actually have to cut it. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to try to design this thing. It should basically be the same. I'll have like a line out here and then another line out here. They need to be checked. So let me turn north. I'm going to cut and then monitor what's on this side. Does this correspond to one of them? No. Mm-hmm. Those are the 2 shapes. What do you try to build? I'm trying to build a more stable way that it comes through here. Because previously I was monitoring belts, and when it starts up, then the belts are not particularly great. Oh, by the way, we never even checked if this... Fuck me. I've just been venting the belts forever. No. Yeah, making a make everything machine, anything machine. When it works right now with all shapes, all layers, all colors, and pins, not crystallizers. So, and now we're just trying to generate some of these points. Let's keep this in. Keep looking at this one. 9.47 million. I don't know how many points are we gonna get in with this train here. This train would be 3,000. 3,240 times 20. It's only 64,000 for a train load. That would just barely move this number over here. Does it have pins? Yes, it does have pins. Ta-da! So, it works. That just killed everything for a second. Yeah. I still can't figure out. I've not checked hexagon mode, nope. Alright, that's a good idea. Because that's our final trasher. Will now be trashing against this one. And that means when I switch away from this... Can I do a switch? Like a button? What does the button do? Is that... toggle? How do I do that? Then I need that attached to a gate. I got to be able to do this more complicated. I have to be able to do this in a more complicated way. This is just not complicated enough for us. That's what I wanted. So then I can switch it in a simpler way. Let's do it a little bit even cooler like this. There. So now I just press the button and then it changes. Yeah. Or two inputs. If either one of the inputs is 1, the output is 1. Yeah, but these are not 1. This is about, do I want to use one or the other? I love this. This is exactly what I was what I wanted it to do. Nice. Yeah, because there's one button and then it automatically flips, and it won't be like cutting something then doing something else. There's just one button that we press, and then it switches the whole thing. There, some little blips here and there because of our flipping and stuff, I think. Okay, we were doing some. We're doing something. There, that one. This just seems like it's too big for what we have space for, isn't it? If I move this down here and make the other two next to each other. I don't like not having this one. Then I'll have the XOR. Then I'll have the NOT. And then I need to jump down. That can be done. Don't need to rotate after the cuts. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But in this case, this is for the visual. I can also take these out, but again, I need to be able to understand what's going on. And then woohoo! Aha, no. Oh, we went back to okay. But there you go. And then do the other ones have? They also have like a little indicator of what it actually outputs. A 1. Kind of irrelevant, honestly. These unfortunately have to be a little bit more custom made. And then if I go up here, then this one is actually comparing 2 layers together. It's flickering. That's what we want to get rid of. This will now be comparing layers 3 and 4. That can probably just be done. Receiver. 4 and 3. And the end command here. Also just let's make sure we know what we're actually getting. Yes. And then this one again. How I just don't like having to rebuild things, the same thing again and again. But I just don't feel that my blueprint is working as well right now because of, yeah. Nope. There. Yeah. We're happy? That's a lot easier, this one. Technically, if there is a bottom layer, then you know there must be something above. Ah, that's actually true. That's true. Yeah. And this has to be changed for the next one anyway, so I don't think I need to build it up here, but I like what we've done now. Then the question is this thing here, and this thing, and this thing. Can I just replace these three? Because why not? Oh, right, I can, but then I have to change the signal to the level 1. Yes, I copy these three. What could possibly go wrong? Copy that one. There. 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 They should be the same. Yeah, last chance for bits and subs for the month. That's true. That's the leaderboard is nice on bit and on subs, not so much on bit, but that's how it usually is. Stuttering a little bit. Oh, it's because this one was maybe. They should be running now. Okay, did we get anything? Yeah, we were at 47, and now we're at 77. Anyway, this is a boring one. This was a boring one. So I think I want to just toggle it back to doing something normal. So continue. Now it'll be going up here. Now it'll trash all these points. Whatever. Clear that one out. Logic is only for making maps. You're absolutely right. I don't think it has any purpose before that. I think you really have to be looking long and hard for that. But look at that. 3 locations. 1, 2, 3. This one. 1, 2, 3. Pins? No. Don't go pins. So now let's see if this one is saying yep. Let's see if we can find somewhere where it's not true. Yes. Yay, look at that. it works. It's now sending it over to the bypass. Sweet. Let's see if it actually works. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think so. This one's... No, this is fine. Okay. What about you? Nothing and nothing. Oh.
A new subscriber.
That's weird.
Come, steel yourself. We are building an army.
Oh, no, it's not, because it's level 4. And Turbo Trout, thank you for the prime. Welcome. Last sub of the month, maybe? Because I'm not streaming the next couple of days. I will... Oh, I might be back on Sunday. Is that... No, Sunday is the 1st of September. So, yeah. I'll take that out. Because that was a workstation. Right, so let's do a recap of what we've done. So we basically only done 2 things today. Well, 3 things. First of all, what we spent most of the time was I messed up the trains. So we had a lot of cleanup to do, which was a little bit of a setback. But it looks like we've stabilized pretty well in the meantime. Nice. Yeah, look at that. Nice buffers. And they're actually correct even. Okay, so that's one thing. The next thing we did was add a build. We cleaned this one up. This is much nicer, and it actually works. Then we made a cool, innovative solution that is weird that this is not coming in. I think maybe we should make a distributor here. Why is the first one not? Doesn't matter. Anyway, so we made the pins. We found a solution to make pins, and it works. Nice. And then what we've done over in the map, we've also added some contingency or some cleanup, this logic, which makes it run a lot smoother, especially when changing. So there'll be less waste when changing to a new shape, which is nice. It would actually be nice to see when this one completes, how long does it take before the first one comes in here? Because right now it hasn't even come in yet. Because there is a long way from all the way back here. Even if it just goes the straight path, then yeah. This thing here, by the way, could probably be reduced significantly because we now have the gates. But I really like... Okay, what do you guys think about it? The layer 3, the signal grabbing platform right after the pink. Some extra logic wires. What? Okay. Layer 3. Oh, this one, yeah. That was the one, that one. Thank you. Might it get clogged because there isn't any true pass-through? All the old shapes can never make it through. Oh, they can. They just make it all the way through here and get deleted. So we could actually make deleters earlier. We also have deleters here. This one's also taking care of delete, and this one, these two are taking care of deletes. So that's yeah. Deleting things before, I just didn't really see a value to it because it's flowing. So now let's see if the stuff that we come in here. What's the shape? Okay, there's one green in the top left-hand corner in on level 2, which looks correct. There we go. Level 2. Level 1 is just a boring square. Really? Yeah, just a boring square. And level 3 is that shape. Yes. So we got all the shapes we want. I don't know why you're getting in here. Oh, this is just junk that's flowing through. But it never passes here. Oh, this is so nice. Look at that. All of this is just clearing out the trash, but it doesn't flow beyond this part. It's also really weird why it's actually keep delivering this. Like, how much trash is there in this level here? Oh, it's like it's not moving. It's not moving. This makes no sense. Like, Either move or no, don't move. Why is it stuck? This makes no sense to me. Is it because it's a null signal? It's not a no signal, it's a null signal. Help me, step shape. I'm stuck. I hate when null and nothing is not the same. That's the only programmers can enjoy that. I can only enjoy it when you have geocoding things and you have an awful lot of locations that are somehow positioned a little bit off the coast of Nigeria. Like, that's interesting. These should be Danish addresses. Why are there a profound amount of addresses that are located off the shore of Nigeria? Oh, empty geolocation coordinates becomes null, and null gets interpreted as 0.0. Oh, that's why. Yeah. You could put 2 NOT gates in a row to make it 0. Yeah. Sucks. Don't really have a lot of room for it here. Now it's a 0 and not a null. Is that good? Ah, right. Yeah, so this... It works if we always have a null, but if I have a shape here, then it won't work. Could you put it as a source so you don't know? Yeah. I think that's better to put it at the source. Like, okay, so here, the first thing is, technically it's not breaking anything because it just gets stuck. We're getting the right shape. Did we get anything inbound? Yeah, we did get half of it inbound, so just one more load and then we'll wrap up for when we get the next milestone. That's where we're going to wrap up. So Sunday we'll be back and then we'll get started on figuring out the crystals. What I think I need to do is I need to build a new mem, which means a new all of this. Shit. How many colors do we need? We need 1, 2, 3. So we need 3 red, 3 green, 3 blue for this build here. I built a little bit cooler on my YouTube series, sort of as a preparation. But the fact that we need 2 mems now, I think that's correct. And I don't know where the second one would be. It would be nice if they were close to each other, but then we have all sorts of other things that are problematic. 4th there isn't in the shape. Maybe that's why it's null. Yes, that is why it's null. It's because it's null. It's not a 0 thing. It's null. So basically what I should be doing is sort of put some logic in here that says between here, if null, then blah, blah, blah. Otherwise just input the shape or something. But that's a lot of work for something that it works. There we go. We got it. Should we click? Ooh, it gets advanced. That would suck to build this manually. Still no pins. What level is this? This is level 29. Okay. So 0.087. Nice. We are not going to do more logic because it's past midnight and fair to say that it was not quite a hype train day today, but that's okay. I'll be back on Sunday, presumably. Aiming for top 1? No, just continuing. How expensive is this to copy? 2.5 million. So it wouldn't be a problem to actually build it. Signal equal nulls and 0 through gate. Yes, something like that. But I don't know. Well, it's something. It's working now, right? This is now flowing through and gets cleaned up, and it'll get cleaned up before the rest of it actually comes in. So it'll be fine. I think it might be a little slower on this belt because I don't even think so. Because the other ones had full belts all the way through. And this one had full belts all the way through. And then as it switches, this one starts deleting, which means the tail of the bad is still going to move at the same pace. So I really don't think it matters. So anyway, that was it. Thank you for joining. I will see you guys on Sunday. My plan is Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. That's what we have for making the crystals. And if we finish it before that and I go like, well, that's it, we have nothing else to do, then we'll do something else. So thank you. Good night. Take care and stay effective. Remember, there'll be a YouTube tomorrow. And then next week there'll be a MAM series for YouTube. So good night.